All right, let's get right into it. The human body, I mean, it is just an absolute marvel of engineering, isn't it? But like any truly great structure, think a skyscraper or even a symphony, it's built from just a handful of fundamental materials. And today, we're going to explore those core building blocks, our tissues.
No, really, think about it. If you could zoom way in, past your skin, past your organs, what's the actual fabric that holds you together? It feels like it should be impossibly complex, right? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple.
That's it. 4. Everything you are, everything you do, from thinking a deep thought to just lifting your coffee cup, it's all accomplished by different combinations of just 4 major types of tissue. It's an absolutely incredible display of biological efficiency. And here's our roadmap. Think of it like this. We're going to build a person from the ground up. First, we'll put up the wallpaper. That's the covering. Then we need to erect all the scaffolding and the support beams. Next up, we install the engines that make it move. And finally, we connect all the wiring to bring the whole thing to life. So let's get building. Okay, our first material on the job site is epithelial tissue. I want you to think of this as the body's wallpaper. It's its protective coating and really its main interface with the outside world. It covers every single surface and lines every single cavity. So the key idea here is right there in the definition. The cells are packed closely together. They're like perfectly laid bricks in a wall, leaving almost zero space, or matrix as it's officially called, between them. And this super tight formation, that's the secret sauce for its main job, creating a barrier.
Now, I know this looks kind of complicated, but the way we classify these tissues is actually incredibly elegant. It all boils down to just 2 simple questions. First, what's the shape of the cell? Is it flat like a pancake? That's squamous. Is it shaped like a cube? Cuboidal. Or is it a tall column? Easy enough. Second question, how many layers are there? Is it just a single layer? We call that simple. Or is it stacked up in multiple layers? We call that stratified. And that's it. Shape and layers, that defines everything.
And here's where we see this beautiful principle in biology. Form always fits function. Take your skin, for instance. It's made of stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified, that means many layers. Squamous, that means the top cells are flat. So why do you need all those layers? For protection, to guard against scrapes and germs. It's a durable, multi-layered shield. Makes perfect sense. But what if you don't want a shield? What if you actually need stuff to pass through really quickly? Well, then you use simple squamous epithelium, a single layer of super thin, flat cells. This is what you find lining the tiny air sacs in your lungs. Its job isn't to protect. Its job is to allow for lightning-fast gas exchange. A thick wall would be a disaster here. You need a thin screen. See that? Same cell shape, different layering, totally different job. Form fits function. All right, so we've got our covering, but what's holding everything together and filling in all the gaps? For that, we need our second material, connective tissue. And let me tell you, this is the most diverse and widespread of them all. And when I say it's widely distributed, I mean it is everywhere. Seriously, from the solid, hard framework of your bones to the liquid flowing through your veins, this is the tissue that is literally holding you together. And this just shows you how incredibly versatile connective tissue is. I mean, look at this. On the left, we have rock-solid bone, and on the right, we have liquid blood. How in the world can they possibly be in the same family? Well, the secret is the matrix. That's the non-living stuff surrounding the cells. In bone, the matrix is hard, it's packed with calcium. In blood, the matrix is plasma, which is a liquid. So it's the same family of tissue, just with a radically different matrix that defines its whole purpose. And this biological toolkit, it just has something for every job you can imagine. It's got a fibrous glue called areolar tissue to hold your organs in place. It's got adipose tissue, that's fat, for energy storage and insulation. And it's got these dense, rope-like fibers that form our incredibly strong tendons and ligaments. It truly is the body's ultimate utility player. Okay, we have our covering, and we have our framework. Now, we need power. So let's talk about muscle tissue, the body's engines. Their one special talent, their superpower, is the ability to contract, to shorten, and in doing so, produce all movement. And just like our other tissues, we can break this down pretty simply. There are 3 types, and we can classify them by asking just 2 questions. First, can you consciously control it? That gives us voluntary versus involuntary. And second, what's it look like under a microscope? It's either striped, which we call striated, or it's, well, not. It's smooth.
So this right here is skeletal muscle. It's the stuff that's attached to your bones, and it's voluntary. You decide when to move it. And you see those beautiful regular stripes? Those are the striations. They're basically a visual signature of the powerful, highly organized protein fibers that allow for those strong, controlled contractions. Now, the other two types are involuntary. They work without you even thinking about it. Cardiac muscle is found only in one place, the heart. It's also striated, but it contracts rhythmically all on its own. And then there's smooth muscle, which lacks those stripes. You find it lining your hollow organs, like your intestines and your blood vessels, where it squeezes things along. And finally, we need a control system. That brings us to our fourth and final material, nervous tissue. This is the body's high-speed internet, the electrical wiring that allows for rapid-fire communication and coordination of every single body function. What's really essential to get here is that this tissue basically has a three-part mission. First, it senses the environment. Second, it conducts signals super quickly over long distances. And third, it processes all that information to make decisions. It's the master controller that makes everything else work together. And the star of the show is this incredible cell, the neuron. It is designed for one thing, communication. Information comes in through those branch-like things called dendrites. It gets processed in the main cell body, and then a new signal is sent out along that single long wire, the axon. It's a one-way information superhighway. So let's bring it all home. You've got epithelial tissue for covering, connective tissue for support, muscle tissue for movement, and nervous tissue for control. Just 4 distinct materials, each with a highly specialized job, all woven together in this intricate, beautiful dance to create a living, breathing, functioning human being. It's amazing. From the simplest reflex to the most profound thought you've ever had, it's all just these 4 tissues talking to each other. So the next time you take a step, or feel your own heartbeat, or learn something new, just take a second to remember the incredible collaboration that's happening inside of you. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What masterpiece will your tissues build today?